Hi everybody, and welcome to a new ComfyUI video. I am Scott, and today we're going to talk about Python environment. If you like what you see, please subscribe and click the like button. Let's get started.
Summer breeze, summer vibe, summer is here.
Python is a programming language which allows to execute some code. Why do we need it? Basically because ComfyUI is built upon Python software, Python language. You can see that by going to the run NVIDIA GPU.bat or the run CPU.bat, and you'll see that because we installed the ComfyUI Windows Portable version, um, this software comes with a subdirectory called Python Embedded, and inside that Python Embedded, you have the executable Python, which is triggering the ComfyUI main script, and which allow you to launch the ComfyUI application. So in order to use ComfyUI, we need Python.
Summer breeze.
What is the issue with Python? The Python issue, which is actually an issue with a lot of software when you need different version, is how do you access the right version? For instance, you might be working on different program using Python, and each program might be using a different version. To give you an example, I've built a specific directory where we have 4 different subdirectories. There's nothing in it, no program to execute. It's just for the sake of the demonstration. So let's say that I'm using a global program. If I'm in the global program and I use Python to execute my program, if I look at the version of my Python, I'll get the Python version 3.12. Where if I'm using the Python embedded version of ComfyUI, I'm having the 3.11. But another program might use a 3.7 or a 3.9. The issue is that, as far as I know, most of them will tend to use Python keyword to launch the software, to execute the software. And in this case, it will only provide you in any environment the one which has been defined in your global environment. In this case, the 3.12.4.
Summer breeze.
So how do you use another version of Python in this case? You have one technique, which is to download different version of Python on your computer. So here we have 3.7, 3.9, 3.10, 3.12. But if I want to get those specific version, I will actually need to call each of them independently. So let's try that one. And here we go, I have the Python 3.7. But that's not efficient, because if I want the 3.9, I need to change the path to the executable. And when a software is always using this keyword, then you will always have the default version of it. That's where you have the environment system, which is very useful. You have I know two of them.
Summer breeze.
You can have the virtual environment. The way it works is as follows. First, you need to install the version of Python you want to use. So in this case, we're going to use 3.9. Then you need to create a virtual environment with a specific name. In this case, we are naming it ENV_P39. And once this is created, you will need to activate the environment. And to activate this environment on your Windows environment, you will have to call the file which is activate, and that you can find under the directory env_py39/scripts/activate. Once you have done that, you will see at the beginning of the line, of the command line, you will see the environment name, which let you know that you are inside an environment. And in this case, if you execute Python version, you will be with the right Python version. The issue with this approach, in my point of view, is that it creates an environment directory inside your project. So if you're maintaining your project with a Git system, you will have to put that directory in the Git ignore or commit it to your repo, up to you. But you will always have a directory inside your own project, and I don't like that. It can get confusing.
Summer breeze.
So that's why I prefer the Conda approach. The Conda approach is about the same. You will need to install on your computer mini Conda. So you have the Anaconda and the mini Conda. The Anaconda comes with lots of pre-installed packages. The mini Conda comes with only Python and Conda. So you decide what you want in it. And once it's installed on your computer, the spirit is the same. You will execute a first command line, which will create an environment. So in this case, I've created the py_37 environment with Python 3.7. Then to activate it, you call the conda activate py_37. Once this is done, you will have at the beginning of the line the name of the environment you are in, and then when you run the Python version script, you will get the Python 3.7.16. The advantage of that approach is that you don't need to actually install Python 3.7 on your computer first to be able to use it, like we did with the virtual env approach. You can only use Conda, which will do the rest for you. And the second biggest advantage is that the Python executable file is not inside your repository, as you can see on the left side. And actually, you can double check that by using the command get command from PowerShell, Python, and you ask for the path. And you can see that Miniconda has installed an environment called py_37 with the executable python.exe with its own separate directory, where in this case, if I do the same, you can visualize that the environment has been saved within the directory of my repository. Let's have a look to the default version. We are on a global version, and in this case, we don't really need to do it. And I'm not even sure it works. Let's try. It does work and does return the exact path, which is the Python embedded version of the exe.
Summer breeze.
In the case of this Conda, of the Conda environment, I'm using, in this case, Python 37, but I want to use Python 3.11 like for ComfyUI, but I still need the Python 3.7 for another day. So what I'm going to explain works as well with virtual env, but you're going to have two different environments within your repository, and that's why Conda is more efficient in my point of view. So when you're inside Conda env, you can stop it, deactivate it by typing Conda deactivate. You will see that at the beginning of the line, we don't have anymore the environment. And what I'm going to do is create a new env that will be called 3.11 with Python 3.11. Now that the Python environment in Conda has been activated, has been created, I can activate it. And when I run the Python version, I'm under 3.11. The good thing about that is actually I can use that now. I can use that environment everywhere. It's not linked to my directory, so If I want to use it in the test valve, I can use it inside of it. If I want to use it in my global, I can use it. And if I want to use it in place of to replace the Python embedded of ComfyUI, I can do it as well. And anything I do there related to the environment, so the installation of the packages, will be available in the other directories.
Summer breeze.
That's about it for today. We have seen why Conda is interesting to use. It isolates your environment of Python and make sure that when you use it, you will not have any conflict between different versions of Python that you are required by this application or that application. I recommend to use Conda to avoid any issue related to Python version conflict.
Summer breeze.
I hope this will help you in the journey with ComfyUI. And if you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one.